Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 10 most expensive places in the world. So make sure to watch the full video. 1. Singapore. The city of Singapore is the most expensive city in the world to visit by tourists. Transportation costs heaps of money in this expensive city. If you want to buy and use a car, then you should have huge savings for it. Singapore's government keeps the car's rate highest to manage the total cars on the road. Other than this, clothes and even groceries are higher in rates. It is the most developed city with having buzzing foodie culture. 2. Paris, France. You can't neglect the famous city of France, Paris, that welcomes a huge number of tourists every year. Paris is also known as the city of romance and famous among lovey-dovey couples. It is the most expensive vacation destination to visit by tourists. People just love to explore its quaint cafes, chocolates, wines, pastries, and the pretty Eiffel Tower at night. It is the best but expensive city to visit by newly married couples. 3. Hong Kong. If you want to live like a tycoon, make Hong Kong your next destination. But you need to be a millionaire prior to even consider for buying a property here. Here, the price of a property per square meter is the highest in the entire world. You will have to pay more than $25,000 per M2 to buy an apartment close to the city center. A small 40 M2 apartment may cost around $1 million. If you enter in a property, don't expect that also at cheap rates. A decent apartment costs you a monthly rental of more than $5,000 without furniture. So if you ever plan to settle down in Hong Kong, check out Ease My Trip for flight booking online and save huge on your flight. 4. Zurich. Zurich is referred to as the most expensive city to visit in Europe. The whole of Switzerland is known for being a costly destination. A trip to Zurich for a week usually costs around SFR 310 per head. However, based on the spending habits and the comfort, you can still choose to explore the city on a low budget. The cost of transportation and accommodation are significantly expensive in Zurich. To save money while touring this city, you can choose an apartment rather than a hotel, supermarkets for food rather than going to restaurants, and go for public transport instead of a rental. 5. New York. When you talk about the most expensive countries to visit, New York can't be neglected. Undoubtedly, it is the most expensive city to visit and live in. Making a budget trip to New York can be challenging, but still, it can be done if you do little research earlier before visiting the city. You can look for food at cheap prices at few places, and transportation charges can also be saved while choosing public transport. 6. Los Angeles. For all those wanderlust who are ready to spend on their vacation, Los Angeles is the best choice for them. However, when it comes to budget traveling, then it is not a good option. Tourists in Los Angeles will have to deal with expensive accommodation in hotels, tourist activities, food, and even rental cars. 7. Tokyo, Japan. Japan is not a cheap place to take a tour, but yes, it is not a prohibitively expensive country than you may think. You may still visit the city of Tokyo in the budget if you choose street food or cheap fast food restaurants, accommodation in hostels, and transportation through trains or buses. However, Tokyo has the most expensive hotels and restaurants, but you can still find some hotel rooms under $100 per night. 8. Dubai. Dubai is popular for the world's class shopping experience, iconic buildings, and luxury hotels. It has a self-proclaimed 7-star hotel, opulent mall, extraordinary nightlife, and whatnot. It is indeed not a cheap destination to visit by tourists, but yes, it also depends on the spending habits of a person. You can choose budget hotels to save money on your accommodation, cheap restaurants instead of fancy ones, and public transport for travel. 9. Sydney. It comes under top 10 most expensive cities in the world to visit and the third position for the most expensive city for dinner out. Food and drinks are costly in this city, but there are few things that you can do for free. You can explore the free museums, art galleries, beautiful beaches, stunning public coastal walks that allow you to enjoy the spellbinding natural beauty of Sydney. Avoid expensive restaurants and choose to have authentic meals at chap spots. 10. London. While London is also one of the most expensive cities in the world, you can still plan a visit to this city on a low budget. However, you will have to skip the luxury and much more comfortable to do so. Choose to have a budget accommodation where you have a kitchen to cook your own meals and visit, mainly free accommodation. You can also save more on air tickets by booking them through Ease My Trip. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.